What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today we're going to be diving back into some good old-fashioned Napoleonic Gothic horror with a game of the Silver Bayonet. Michael is over at the house. He's brought his French again against my Russians. We're going to actually play the first scenario today, Investigation. We hadn't filmed that one yet because when we started filming, we had just played that game as a practice game, and I had just played that game with someone else as a different practice game, and we just didn't really want to play it anymore at the time, so we're circling back to it now. But before we do that, if you haven't hit that like, subscribe, or bell notification, please consider doing that because it does help us keep both Napoleon and the Harvestmen at bay. All right, folks, so here we are set up for our game of the Silver Bayonet. Today we're going to be playing the Investigation. So we've got 5 investigation clue markers scattered around the middle of the board. Our goal is to get them. Michael's on this side of the board with his crew. He's got most of them in this field right here, and then 2 of them tucked back on the side of the barn. I'm spread a little bit more, maybe 2 in the orchard, 2 coming up beside the hedgerow, and then 3 coming up through this field. As far as the table goes, cover, the bushes are cover, the walls are cover, the hedgerows block line of sight unless you're right up on it, in which case
let's
it's
get
just
into this
cover.
game of the Silver
Obviously,
Bayonet.
the big clusters of trees block line of sight. If there's an opportunity for cover, you guys know we're pretty generous about giving out cover on the table here. Because it makes sense. That's exactly right, Michael. So we're going to get into an initiative roll, and we're going to see what happens. I've got a 16. It's pretty good. Against the 9. So I will have the first set of movements. All right, so in my first activation, I had half my forces rounded down, which is 3 folks. So I've moved the Doc. What is his name? I can't even remember his name. Doc. Ivan. Ivan's moved up. Just moved past his sprint check, so he moved up 10. Grigory failed his sprint check, so he moved up 8. Baba moved up 6 and is going to bless his weapons, which she rolled a 7 plus her courage of 4, which will bless his weapons for the remainder of the game. There is currently no monster on the table, so we will go to Michael's activation where he will activate all of his duties. Everybody's sprinting up, pretty much everybody passing, I think, except for her. This fellow just chose to advance up 6, and he's going to take a shot at Yvonne. So it'll be moved and cover, so -2.
Plus 1 for accuracy.
So -1.
Well, 3 is definitely not going to do it.
You're going to need a big roll on a re-roll to make that happen.
Yeah. So. Oh well.
I don't have range to shoot back at you, and I don't want to duck for cover. So starting off my go with Mikhail, who's going to move up to the edge of the orchard and take a shot right here at Jacques the Marine. Is that his name?
No, he's
Pierre?
Remy.
Some Frenchy name.
Well, he's French. He's going to have a French.
I know. I'm just teasing. So I'm -2 here, so I'm going to be -1 here. That's a 6. That's going to be a miss. I'm going to fire back here at -1 plus 1, so it just straight dice.
Looking for a 12.
13 will hit, and it's a musket.
It is a musket.
All right, so 5's going to move over 6 and also take a shot at Remy.
Why you guys all hating on Remy?
Because I can see him. That's a 13 at -1. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Yeah.
And it's a musket, so 9 damage.
9 damage?
9 damage, sir. So my last action will be to sprint Nikolai and... what's your name, sir? Egon up. They both passed their sprint test, so that'll bring us to an initiative check where I get a 7 and Mike gets a more than a 7, a 14. So Mike will have the first activation of this turn. Doc gonna use medic to patch up Remy right here for 2 points of damage, and then over here gonna reload and fire.
Back at. Was it Igor?
Doc's name is Yvonne.
Yvonne. Okay, so I got
An 11.
11.
You're +1, -1, so you're just straight dice.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
Burn a fate dice on the red one.
Something.
Even worse. That's unfortunate for him, but good for me. I can't fire back because I don't have range. And I'm not going to dive. I'm going to stay put. Jacques moving over. Going to take a shot at the witch. It's going to be -2 here.
+1.
So -1. That is a miss.
I'm going to burn the blue.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
14 -1 is a 13, which will hit. Just barely. So hitting Baba for here, try to curse Jacques, which she does. And you need a courage check, target number 18.
Okay, Jacques doesn't have any pluses. Well, that ain't gonna do
Super fail. Jacques is going to activate and heal 2 off of Baba. Egon is going to move over 6 and take a wide open shot at Doc. I am -1 for moving, but I'm +2 for my accuracy, so I'm +1. That is a 9, 13.
That's enough to do it.
That'll hit and deal 9 damage because it's a rifle and uses the skill dice.
The gun. I was like, oh, that's only 4. I can take that. No, stupid.
Do you want to? He's got a pistol, right?
Yeah, he's got a pistol.
So do you want to fall back?
Yeah.
Okay. Forrest going to use a fate dice for a quick reload so that he can advance and take a shot at Remy. It'll be -2 +1, so -1. That is a 12.
That is just enough.
Just enough, and it's a musket, so that's 10.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh no, because it's Grigory. Gonna move over and investigate ye old clue. Let's go to the deck and see what we get. Red 10. So we got a severed and gnawed upon human limb. I have to make a courage check, target number 10. If I fail, I get -1 to my shoot and my melee. That's a 5, 7. He's +1. I'm gonna spend a fate dice to re-roll that.
15.
That'll do it. Nikolai is gonna investigate this clue, which is going to be the Red Queen. I find strange claw marks and get to add a monster dice to my pool. Mikhail is going to reload and fire at the Master of Cover over here, who's got, so she's -2 for the cover, and I'm +1 for my accuracy, so -2 +1, I'm at -1. That is a 13.
Okay, that's just enough.
Just enough, and it's a musket, so 9 damage.
It's a musket?
It is a musket. Edith is going to move up, and we're going to investigate that clue, and we're going to get the Red Ace. Hobgoblin comes out right here, and it's still Michael's activation. He's still got Hunter and Captain to go. Chloe going to move to attack.
Okay. So he's got a
defensive 14.
And she's got a +2.
Okay.
Come on, Chloe.
That's not going to do it. And it'd be tough to get it on a reroll.
I couldn't get it on a reroll. Even if I got a 10, it'd still be 13.
It'd be, if she's +2.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It'd be 14.
Yeah.
But you would absolutely need a 10.
I would absolutely need a 10.
So Hobgoblin will then strike back.
He's got a +2 on his melee.
That's a 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, and she's got defensive 14.
So nothing there.
Yeah.
The Capitan will sprint to behind this wall. And then we will... Oh, that was your activation. That was the activation. Right. So then we go to initiative. I get a 12. It's a 15. But you roll it in the tray.
Yes.
Goober. The sapper will move and investigate. And he will get the Red King. Find some strange, weird footprints, which of course we now know came from the Hobgoblin. And he will add a monster dice to his fate pool. I'm going to move up and take a shot at Doc. -1 for moving, -1 for cover, so -2 +1.
So -1.
That is an 8. That is a 14, goes to 13, which is enough to hit for 6 damage. Take 6 damage, and then I will fire back. I will return fire. I will be at a -1 here. That is a 7.
He's got a defensive 15, so he would need 14.
Yeah, well, 14, yeah. Gonna sprint away. At that point, we'll go to monster phase. Do you want to do anything with monster phase?
Go over it.
So Mike doesn't want to do anything. I, however, am going to use a monster dice to influence the action of the monster. Okay, yes, I'm going to use... We forgot to back her off at the end of that melee. So I'm going to use a monster dice here to influence what the monster does, and I'm going to make him come around this way towards me. The monster stops there, and it passes to me. Let me see. Where do I want to start? I got a lot of things to do here. So we're going to start with Doc, who's going to heal himself.
Okay.
I think so. Just says Baba is going to move over. Try to curse the captain. Courage check 10. She gets it.
Okay.
Courage check 18.
18?
18, yes, sir.
Why is it 18?
Because that's the target number for, like, the save to not be cursed. Because the book says so.
I thought it was lower.
No, it's 18. It's been lower in the past because you had the girl that gives the buff for courage.
Okay. And great faith won't affect that. Well, I don't think so.
No. We'll double check it. We'll roll the dice and see. 11.
I am gonna burn this.
Last blue dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it's there for, right?
Yep. 100%. Ooh, so close. What's his weight? What's his courage bonus?
+3.
All right, you're good. Grigory's going to move over and investigate this last clue marker. So it is the red jack, which is the what?
Mutilated corpse. Figure the investigator's clue marker must take a courage check. Red
Check target number 10. We're good. Hale is going to reload. Fire at the hobgoblin. All right, so looking for a 13 here. That is a fail. Egon will reload and fire at Doc. -1.
For cover.
So I'm at +1 here. Yeah. That's a 19. And it's a skill weapon, so that's 10 damage.
I think that just does.
I'm going to use this red dice for a quick reload on Boris, who's then going to move up and take a shot here. -1 for moving.
Unit 13.
I got a 10. I'm going to use my last blue dice to
why not?
re-roll that. I mean, I'm
That's
too
what they're
close
for.
not to, yeah. Yeah, that's a 15. And it's a musket,
So 7 damage.
so it'll be 7 damage. I did not. So Nikolai will move up his 6 and take a pistol shot at the hobgoblin. To this. That's a miss.
Yeah, that ain't
So that brings us to the end of that turn. We're going to go to an initiative roll.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, you're right. My bad. So that's gonna bring it to the end of my activations. We'll go to the rest of Michael's activations. Chloe, moving up behind that tree just a little bit, gonna put some volley gun shots into the hobgoblin's back.
+2 to her accuracy.
All right. And so that'll hit. 14 + 2, 16. Well, -1 for moving. So 15, which will still hit.
Okay, but it'll only do.
It's power dice.
Yeah.
So 3 because of the damage reduction.
Yeah. What's this?
Gonna move, burn a monster dice for a quick reload, and take a shot at the hobgoblin. That's a 15.
Plus, he's got +1, so.
So
yeah.
+1, -1 stays at 15, which is enough to hit, and it's power dice, so we'll deal 9 damage. To the end of that round, so we'll do an initiative roll, and I really hope I win this. I got an 18, so I got a good chance. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna try to steal this hobgoblin.
Yeah, I do all the damage.
All the work, and then I swoop in and vulture
Start
it,
with
baby. Grigory. Grigory's going to try to shape. Number 14 for the skin shift. That is a 16, 17, 18. We skin shift. And then we'll move to attack hobgoblin.
Oh, hobgoblin kicks your butt.
He rolling to hit. That is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will not hit. He can strike back. 12 will not hit.
He's got +2.
+2, that will hit.
Okay. And it would be power die.
Power dice, so 8.
And it adds 1 because
Okay.
it's strong.
So 8 goes to 9. -2 for my damage reduction goes to 7. Mikhail will reload and fire at the hobgoblin. That will not hit. And Nikolai will move and fire at the hobgoblin. I have 2 pistols.
Oh. 17.
17 will hit with 7 damage. Even with his damage reduction of 1, is 6 damage is still enough to kill the monster.
I'm going to go ahead and burn my monster die. See if we can negate it. So we got 7 damage coming.
Okay.
So basically
6.
No, 6 damage coming.
Because of his already damage reduction. So we'll see if we can negate some of it. You'll negate 2, still enough.
We negate 1.
Oh yeah, yeah. So still enough to finish off the hobgoblin.
And Isaiah once again steals all my work.
Hey, you should have killed it off the first time when you had the chance. Gonna reload, take a shot at the bear. Hits.
Yeah.
Power dice, so 9 minus 2. That's enough to knock it down. Boris, use my last fate dice for a quick reload, and then try to shoot Chloe in the dice. That is a 14.
Okay, yep, that's enough.
And it'll power dice, so 10. So at that point, we could play out the other turn of us leaving the board, but we're going to save ourselves some time because we want to get in some other games today while Michael is down and in town to play. So we're going to go ahead and shake hands on that, and we're going to tally up some XP and see what we end up with. So first up are injuries. I got to roll for Grigory. Grigory gets a 3, so he's going to have a permanent injury. Let's see what we get. 9. Internal injuries. I have -1 to my health. First rolling for Remy.
8, so flesh wound. He's good to go.
Okay. And then for Edith. No, Doc.
Doc. 3.
Permanent injury.
Permanent injury, so let's roll on that table.
9, same thing as me. Internal injury.
Okay, internal injury.
So -1 health. And then for Chloe.
Chloe.
7.
So she's good to go.
Okay. So that's going to be a Russian victory. I have 2 characters who made tier. Baba and Nikolai both made it to a new tier. So did Egon. He went from 4 to 5, so he made it to the first tier. And Michael had
1, 2, 3 guys get their first tier finally.
So 3 guys to first tier, so they get +1 courage.
Yeah, so the captain, Pierre,
okay,
went up. Jules, the guard, went up 1. And Remy the Marine, because obviously he's been courageous because that guy just constantly runs on out there and gets shot.
Yes, he does. Well, he's a Marine. That's going to do it for today. That is going to be a Russian victory. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out while we rolled some dice today. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server. Talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.